Well, greetings and hello there indeed, all of my Noochling followers and people, and we did the like and subscribe right over Veiled Shot's face. I forgot to move that, but we'll be okay. He'll be all right. We're going to do just fine today. We are here once again with Veiled Shot. It's been, it's probably been like maybe a couple months at this point. I know you had some real life stuff going on, and I canceled a week, and just for both of us, just kind of stuff happening. But Veiled Shot, it's good to see you again. Welcome back to the channel, sir.
Yeah, it's been I think it's been about a month. Yeah, and it's been a long month for Star Wars, for real life, and for everything going on. And I know that you have some crazy news. I've been watching some of your videos for the Star Wars content, and then I also have some crazy news. This could be a fun video, I think.
I think so too. So, well, let's jump in. So I've got your free-to-play account pulled up in front of me, and that's a new thing to say, by the way. I've got your free-to-play account, and I think that, and I'll pull it up here and we'll look at it, because you're farming Phoenix and Geos and stuff. I know a couple things happened there, but we'll get it out of the way now. You started a Lightspeed bundle account, but you took a vote of people said, do you want to do it or not? And I'm like, well, there's no reason to vote. They're all going to vote yes. They don't care about your money. All they care about is entertainment. So I knew that was coming. I don't know. Tell me about that voting, and we'll look at the free-to-play, then we'll go to the Lightspeed bundle account here shortly.
So it was interesting because honestly, there was a lot of people that were like, yeah, this is going to be great. I want more videos. I want more, Star Wars, and who cares about how much time you spend in the game? Just give me some more videos, And I love that. I love that energy, to be honest. But there were, I want to say, like a few people there were like maybe like 20-30% that are like, do not mess up your free-to-play account. And there are even, and I want to mention this one because I thought this was hilarious. They were like, oh, it's so I just put out a video on the Executrix challenge when I hit level 75, and you could get that 5-star Executrix, right? And I ran in and I got demolished, right? I'm still leveling up the ships and such, and that's something that I have unlocked just recently. But I immediately put out that video, and they're like, oh, you're buying your way into the Executrix at this point. And I was like, wait, guys, it's not even the same account. Like, I don't even know where that came from. So there's definitely like some people that are really averse to players spending, for sure. And I think that was the first time where I've seen some people, come out of the woodwork, come out of the shadows, voice their opinion about, wow, people should just never spend money in this game. And you know what? We ended up doing it anyways because I'm having fun. So
now I'm curious, because is that not a thing? Is like free-to-play pride not a thing on other games? Because on this game, it's like, I had this joke I put out there. I've got an intro for some, like when I do a free-to-play update, and it's Luke telling Yoda in the hut on Dagobah. Luke says it's free-to-play, and Yoda says, I know, stop telling me. Like, if you're free-to-play in Galaxy Heroes, all you do is brag about it, and you think people that are pay-to-play are just dogs. So is that not a thing in other games?
There are some people for sure, but I'd say for this game, it's a little bit more of a prideful thing in this game. There is a comment saying, I know, because I played Diablo Immortal a while ago. Oh, don't get me started on the pay-to-win for that game.
I heard about that,
There was always a meme we used to say, oh yeah, free-to-play, by the way. Like every single comment, it was like, yeah, I'm doing this free-to-play, by the way. Like it was always had to add that to every sentence. So there is certainly that in other games, but I would say in this game, it was definitely a surprise to see how many people were commenting that.
It is a passionate community, and Gerbil and I talked to Matt Master. He's a getting started content creator, and he's got a guild going that's just free to play. So like if they discover anybody is spending money, they get hung in the public square on his stream and kicked out of the guild. So yeah, they're doing a lot of fun things, like early game things that we haven't talked about in a while. So there's definitely a strong, the free to play is strong with Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and people feel really strongly about it too. But, well, let's talk about it. So let's talk about your free-to-play account, since we're here. And last time we talked, I feel some level of guilt that I did not tell you, hey, farm a bunch of ships early because you're going to be up against it, or I didn't maybe emphasize that quite enough because you got to level, you're almost to level 78, and you don't have that 5-star Executrix yet, and you're not ready to get your Zeta mats, and I feel a level of responsibility for that, and I am so sorry that you're not gonna quite be ready. You might be, maybe you'll get there, I don't know.
So I will say, before you feel too guilty, I hit level 78 last night. So I literally just hit level 78. And so today was the first time. So right now I have the Zeta challenge unlocked. So this is the first day where I can even attempt it. So I have not yet.
No.
I do have all the ships ready. So I have the requirements like ready, right? I have like a 5-star silencer so I can try the executrix again. And so I've spent, the last few days just power leveling and everything. And I think that I'll be able to do it because I've really pushed hard on the ships recently. But I have not gone back and tried it yet until, today, because today was the first day where I've unlocked the Zeta materials. So we'll see. I think it's going to be tough, but my geos are leveled up quite a bit. I got 7-star spy. I have a 7-star soldier. The Sunfac is as 5-star. The 2 ships, of course, that I kind of have to put in there as like placeholders, because you need 2 other ships.
Mm-hmm.
It's the TIE Fighter, the TIE Silencer. I've been trying my hardest not to upgrade them. I don't want to upgrade them, or I don't really want to upgrade them because I'm like, I could use all these resources for the geos and push Arena a little bit further. But I probably will have to just bite the bullet and go all in and upgrade them like level 70 or whatever. But that's the other thing is if I have to do that, it might be, another week before I can do the Zeta challenge because I am completely out of ship enhancement materials. I got like 1.5 million left over, but that's going to go like that. I mean, you know how fast that stuff goes.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. I think that I'm going to have a good chance of being able to complete it at least this week for sure.
So, and you're talking about the executrix to 5 stars, right? That's where you're trying to complete?
Yes.
Now,
if I said executor.
Don't you need all 5-star ships for that, or do you only need 4-star ships for that?
So you need 5-star ships.
Okay.
TIE Silencer is 5-star. I just haven't upgraded it yet. Because I'm like that. I don't spend my resources until the last moment.
The TIE Silencer is a really good ship, and it's not going to be great for you until you get the finalizer. But don't do the TIE Fighter. Do the TIE Silencer. I know you need TIE Fighter for Executor, but TIE Silencer is a really good ship, and it might carry you through that event.
TIE Silencer, I'm definitely gonna upgrade. I have to use the TIE Fighter because you need 6 ships,
right?
And that's the only other ship I have at 5-star. It's literally the only one. So I'm forced to use the TIE Fighter, at least in my crew. I don't have to upgrade it a ton, I don't think, but TIE Silencer is the one I'm upgrading right now, and it's at 5 stars. I got Kylo Ren. I can upgrade him all the way up to I think 6 stars or something like that.
I see 4 stars in your TIE Silencer. Is that not right?
I have 71 shards.
Okay, so you can get it. Okay,
71 shards.
Yeah, if you're, I'm gonna honk for the TIE Silencer. It's a great ship. It very well may carry you through the Executrix event and then through the Zeta building materials, and it's worth it just to get on it right away. And just with a TIE Silencer, one thing to keep in mind: pay attention to the basic. You always want to. People tend to spam buttons on it early on and like do the ultimate. The basic can stun if the other ship is over 50% turn meter, and you're gonna use a lot of that in those events. Yeah,
that's what I've been trying to focus on. Just like oh my gosh, you've used Executrix a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know the feeling where it's like they use their I don't even know what it's called, but the big AoE blast and they get 3 ability blocks, 3 exposes, and you get nothing. Well, I've just given up on that ability because half the time there's a Ghost and Phantom on the enemy team, and I'm just like, I'm basicing, so I don't have this random taunt pop up because I know I'm gonna get no ability blocks and exposes on the people I want, and I'm gonna get a single ability block on the Ghost, which gets the taunt, which screws me up more. So yeah, I've been trying to pay attention really closely to all these things now that I'm trying to get into these harder events, and of course it all matters. But oh man, I have just felt the RNG pain recently on that ship.
That's hilarious. Now I still do the AoE because when you land it, it's helpful. I know what you're saying. If you hit it on Ghost, then Phantom's taunting, and then you're screwed. And then Phantom has also got foresight, and you can't even hit it. It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
I still do the AoE, but I know exactly what you mean. It's like they do it against you, and it's like they just, look, 2 exposes and 3 ability blocks, and you get 1 ability block and nothing else. You're like, and you look back, you're like, well, these ships they're both exactly the same. What's the problem? Because yeah. Well, I mean, the roster's looking really good for free to play. I love your Imperial Troopers, your Geos, your Phoenix. I just think those are automatically the first 3 teams. Everybody's farming out there now in these free-to-play accounts. And you've got some Gungan in there. That could be fun. And you were able to... Now, were you able to pick up all those recent, like, the Galactic Republic stuff from Episode 1 with Qui-Gon and Newt Gunray and stuff?
Yeah, I got a bunch of random stuff, and I mean, I even picked up Padawan Obi-Wan today, which is kind of cool. I'm actually really excited about that character, but yeah, I just have this, like, I just have millions of random characters that I've just been sitting on. I've been trying to min-max a little bit, like, I'm not buying any shards from any of the shops that I can get from, like, Bronzium cards, you know, like, getting the 2 shards every day, you know, they add up,
Right.
And outside of that, I've just been farming... I've dropped a lot of farms, actually. One of the big ones I've dropped is all of the Beskar Mando stuff, because I don't plan on unlocking Beskar Mando for a little while, and I just need to farm all these random ships and all these things for the Executor. Like, when you get these level 70s into the 70s, you unlock so many of the chapter 8s for light and dark side battles that you have to start farming, like, you know, Hound's Tooth, and you're farming, like, the random IG 2000 and then the Xanadu Blood. It's like you want all those ships on farm so that when you do unlock Executor, you have a bounty hunter lineup, and it's like those take 100% priority because you need those ships. It's so long to farm those ships. So I've had to drop a lot of farms and reprioritize. It's the first time because you know, before you hit level 70, you just have this infinite pool of energy for the most part. You can farm whatever you want. And then you hit level 70 and you're like, boom, suddenly 800 energy nodes coming in and kind of dominate you. But
yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. And you've got to farm the Geobrute Alpha too. Don't forget the Geobrute Alpha for your Geos. I'll tell you, I'm in my Chromium Grand Arena, no, not Chromium, Bronzium. I'm still getting holds of that Geo team on defense. So yeah, definitely farm that too. All right, let's go take a look at this hyperdrive, or Lightspeed bundle account. So, your channel voted and said do a Lightspeed bundle, and you said all right. And so you opened a brand new account, did the hyperdrive bundle, did the Lightspeed bundle, and you've already got 1.5 million galactic power and a negotiator ready. And you're probably climbing up Fleet Arena with your negotiator, right?
Yeah, so this is something that I've had to like navigate a little bit, but I actually did refresh Arena a lot. I'm actually ranked 12 right now, and I've ended number 1 once. So it's all negotiators up here, of course.
Yes.
It's all negotiators. Just a bunch of negotiator mirrors. But I've battled because I'm not sure if anyone's set up like a shard chat or anything. I don't know if those things even exist at that point. Because I don't even know how to like get into that. I haven't done that in, I don't know, 8 years or whatever. It's been so long. But yeah, I try not to mess up anyone, but it's been a battle. It's been a lot of fun going through and using these high-powered fleets. I'm hitting for like 80,000. I'm like, never seen that before. It's been so long. But yeah, the Negotiator's the big one. I picked up all the other Lightspeed bundles, so Geos, Night Sisters, as well as Ewoks. So I have all those ready. And yeah, we're just trying to figure out what we need to farm, to be honest. That's like I just sit around and try to figure out what I want to do, because there's so many things open. Like I got Conquest, I got Grand Arena now, I got Territory Wars, I got new guild stuff, I got the Fleet Arena, I got Squad Arena, I got like all these things just exploded open. It's like, whoa, okay, let's reevaluate, huh? I
didn't even think about that, but that makes a lot of sense. Also, you can do all sorts of different stuff. You can find somebody, you can find the fleet chart if you look up like swgoh.gg and type in the names of those people. You might be able to find their ally code and then make them a friend and then reach out and see if that's out there. That would be my suggestion, to use that tool. Other than that, I mean, you got to farm gas, right? I mean, gas has to be your first farm. You can't get around that.
Yeah, that's the first character farm for sure. I am farming the Marauder as kind of an addition to the Negotiator. That's kind of the plan right now. And I will go ahead and after that just kind of figure out what I need to do. I thought about Executor, but I don't think that's kind of relevant. As far as I've seen, Marauder with Negotiator is perfectly fine to compete. So I don't need to worry about ships really, as long as I get the Marauder, as far as I understand. And the Y-Wing, or the whatever was on the record note. I forget. I forget what it says.
Yeah, Galactic Republic Y-Wing, that makes sense. And I guess you got the Bad Batch pack too. You did this in time to get that?
Yeah, so that's another thing. The prep for this account was kind of insane because I started the account like 3 or 4 days early, and I had claimed all this stuff. I got the 30 shards for all the Bad Batch characters. I had saved all the achievements. I was farming up and saving up energy. I had basically everything ready to go and prepped, and then boom, I unlocked the account, and I have like 3,000 energy and. And like all these red dots, they have so many red dots. Let's just say that.
I can imagine. Absolutely. Did you save your Darth Vader shards, or did you claim your achievements before you did the Hyperdrive bundle?
I saved it, so I have like basically a 7-star Darth Vader at this point. It's very close, actually.
That's cool, man. I mean, it's fun. I mean, the cool thing is, I love the Marauder farm, and that's what my folks have me doing now. I did my new free-to-play account. And they've got me going Negotiator Marauder too, but I'm doing some fun stuff at the beginning. We're just gonna go after Bad Batch right off the bat, free to play. We're gonna go get some Iden Versio troopers, but this is fun, and it's fun to hear somebody talk about it where you haven't really been at this level before. It's like, oh Lord, now I've got 85 million things open. What do I do? How do I handle it on 2 accounts, right? Because I would say that probably 50% of the active player base carries at least 2 accounts. It's a very common thing. Maybe not 50%, but it's not an insubstantial amount of people that carry 2 accounts. But yeah, man, you're gonna have fun. I don't know what else to say. That's all I got, bro. Negotiator mirrors is hell. We went through that hell in Fleet Arena for like 2 years, where it was just negotiators against negotiators, and I just quit playing. I was like, I can't do this. There are ways around it, and there are guides for it, and it's just such a pain, because whoever goes first and lands those dazes just makes the other person's life completely miserable. And yeah, that sucked, dude. I remember that. Yeah. That's
kind of what I've understood as I was going through, is like, you just need to get your dazes out. What's the quick the cliff notes on these matchups? I've done a little bit of research myself, but my goodness, my negotiators have been ugly. Like, I'm like 1 ship left over, barely squeaking by. I've won most of them, but I barely squeak by every time.
I got to be honest, I avoid that battle, so I don't have a cliff notes. It's been a long time since I've done it consistently. The only way I'm doing a negotiator mirror right now is if it's something I have to do in Grand Arena. Like, it's just like, there's no other way for me to match up with this other than to mirror it, because it is, I hate it. And I do think it's funny all you guys have to go through it now if you're spending your money, so I'm fine with that. You enjoy yourselves. It is, but farm the Marauder like a bat out of hell, dude. Get that Marauder up. It's gonna take you a long time, but now, are you going to keep spending on the account, or is it pretty much the initial spend and then you're just going to cruise through it after that?
So I'm going to keep it a Lightspeed bundle account, which means that anytime there's a new Lightspeed bundle, I will consider going back and maybe picking up some more. We'll see. I think at the current rate, it's like every few months there's like a Lightspeed bundle. So we'll see. We'll reevaluate at the time. But that's what I mentioned, is like, I don't want to go through and spend like money on crystals and stuff. I want to keep it like just like a Lightspeed bundle, get these like big boosts and have fun that way. And then just kind of grind through and figure out what we want to do with what we got. Which also means that if you haven't already, I believe Nooch did a great video on what's the highest value thing to farm if you're buying the Lightspeed bundles. If I'm not mistaken, that was you. And you made a video on like, okay, if you're gonna buy the Lightspeed bundles in the future, here's some good targets. So I checked that video out. So I've been thinking about that too. And I was like, oh, maybe I should be doing this. So yeah, lots of stuff in the future, and I imagine it's gonna change the account every single 4 months or whatever.
It's so far, and we've only been doing this for 8 months or whatever, 9 months. It's been basically every 2 months they issue Lightspeed bundles. Now, the first ones were in October, the next ones were in December, and then the ones in March actually just repeated those. So it was like they just threw all the existing ones back out there. So if you follow that pattern, it'll be these here in May, and then probably sometime in July they'll do another set, and then maybe like when we get to October again, they'll just maybe they'll give you all of them. Like, I don't know at that point. We'll see what they give you at that point. But if you're going to be farming and not like no other spending, it's going to be interesting to see your Zeta crunch is going to be really crunchy. Yeah. So, and that kind of hurts the gas farm. So you might be buying a bunch of Lightspeed bundles, but only farming one team at a time, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, you've got the team sitting there, so there's no grind for the characters for you. But Zetas and extra, tiers of abilities, and even Omegas on some of these characters. Did they come with the Omegas done on them?
Most of them do. Like, if you get the Lightspeed bundles, you do get the characters up to their abilities level 7.
Yeah, but that's not Omegas. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. True. Actually, I was looking at it. Now. Yeah, well, regardless, you also have to have Omegas for the Zetas too, which also stack really quickly too.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. Nope, I'd have to go for the Omegas as well, and it's all a lot. I'll say that it is a lot.
It is a lot. You are not lying there, man. But you know what? You're in a large community of people that are doing the same thing. So there's a lot of people that are just grabbing Lightspeed bundles because they want to get the characters. And I'd imagine that we'll see these rosters that are full of characters and just slow farming. Because if you're gonna do gas, I have heard people beating the gas event without any Zetas, believe it or not. But they probably had pretty good mods, and you're not gonna have good mods yet. And yeah, right, exactly. So, and the gas team itself with gas and the clones is 7 Zetas right there. Plus all the other, it's probably another 200 Omegas you got to have on there in addition to the Zetas. So, I'm not doing the math there, right? But yeah, you got some, maybe another 100 Omegas. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch you go through it. And yeah, welcome to the struggle, my friend.
Yeah, I definitely am going to struggle with the Zetas. I thought about that immediately. I was like, oh my gosh, like I already felt like I was struggling. So when I left the game on my original account, I had just gotten Darth Revan online and Jedi Knight Revan, and then Gas was coming out. And I was like, dang, I have to do 3 Zetas on my Darth Revan? I didn't even want to do the 3rd Zeta. I was like, this is a lot of material. And now I'm looking at some people have 4 Zetas? Some people are running around, the whole team needs 18 Zetas. I'm like, this is you used to be able to, okay, I'm only going to invest in 1 or 2 Zetas for this squad. And now it's nah, that's not good enough. Speaking of, my first Zeta consideration, call me crazy, but I was like, maybe I do General Kenobi Zeta. Because of the negotiator, get that little bit of extra speed. I don't even know if it comes with extra speed, but that's what I'm thinking is I don't even care about characters at this point. I'm like, you know what? Unlock gas, sure. I just need to make sure I can do these negotiator mirrors as much as I can. So I was like, maybe I just Zeta the General Kenobi and then call it a day,
That's not a horrible thought at all, actually. His Sorasu is a really good Zeta regardless. It's one that you need. And maybe you work on adding relic levels to him too, get him relic up to 7. If you can pull off 8, get it up there and get it done. That will help you out. If you can go first in that match against people, it's just a major lift for you. I like that idea. Focus on the fleets with the Zetas first. So that would be an Ahsoka Zeta after that, or a Jedi Knight Anakin Zeta after that, and then an Ahsoka Zeta. And you're going to have Padme activated. She's not in the fleet. That's not a horrible idea at all. I like that idea. Yeah, I think it's the way to go.
That was kind of the plan. I do have Plo Koon, but I don't really want to relic up a Plo Koon right now. That feels a little bit bad. I don't mind 5s because 5s is the Umbaran, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. That one's not too bad. But
you don't need to relic. Plo Koon's right fine. I operate with a Gear 11, Gear 12 Plo Koon. He's just fine. All he does is reinforce and give everybody their health and protection and get rid of the debuffs. So he's fine right where he is. You just need to get the max reinforcement ability on his ship. And, you got it. Cool. Okay. Yeah,
that one was a little bit weird. They just gave some of the ships. They gave specifically a lot of the reinforcement upgrades. And
can't believe they did all that. But whatever.
This one was important. I was looking through the reinforcements. I'm like, this one is by far the best one, right? That.
It is still to this day maybe the best reinforcement ability in the game. So he is the first guy off the bench. You bring him out. He cleanses everything and heals everybody up, and then you're off to the races. But I think you have a good thought there. No, Plo Koon, Clone Sergeant, even Ahsoka. The only extra relic levels I would really consider would be General Kenobi initially. Eventually, you could do the other ones, but General Kenobi would be the one to really target and focus on. And you won't regret that in the gas event either, and you won't regret that in the game. He carries you all the way to the end of the game. He's on the Jedi Master Kenobi teams too. So, yeah, man, that sounds fun. Well,
yeah, and that's the whole game. Is just how can I get one more speed on my negotiator?
Right, yeah, exactly.
That's the whole game right now.
Well, man, this is awesome. You need to get some mods on. By the way, mod him out as thick as you can. That'll be your first mod set too, because that'll speed up your negotiator too.
Yeah, I was hoping not to like upgrade mods that have 0 speed, but I'm kind of just like, you know what? I've literally been triple refreshing the mod energy, and I have like 40 mods. Period. That is it.
I think you're okay. Initially, if you can just get him with a full mod set, that's your first goal. If you got to do a couple with no speed, just do it. Get it on him. It'll make him better. And, you can fill that in later. Don't do it for all your characters. But I would say for the two you really want to focus on, General Kenobi and Jedi Knight Anakin, if you can get those guys with a full mod set on them, whether it's even, gold or gray or whatever, I would do those two because they're the guys that do all the work in that fleet.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy seeing a capital ship do something.
That's awesome, man. Well, Veiled Shot, this is fun. I'm gonna look forward to seeing you struggle with these two accounts for a little while, and you're gonna learn. This is like crash course, man. You're gonna learn the game fast and hard, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So, any final thoughts or comments or anything else for everybody before we head out?
No, I mean there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure that I will have more things every single day. Every day is a whole nother thing, but I'm just kind of getting through it, and I'm hoping to figure out the whole game, as you say, just one day at a time. One big blob of stuff just came at me, so.
Awesome, man. Hey guys, if you are in the same boat as Veiled Shot, where you're buying Lightspeed bundles and not really spending elsewhere, drop some comments out there. Help this guy out. Let him know. Go to subscribe to his channel. Have some fun. Go watch his videos. And that's all we got today. It was good to see you again, sir. I'll see you in a couple weeks here on your channel, all right?
That sounds good.
All right, everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you soon, and always remember... Oh, there we go. Nooch and Veiled Shot, too good.